Hello, I'm Tracy Grimshaw. Welcome to A Current Affair. First, the most frustrating call you'll probably ever make. Lodging a customer complaint can be a mission impossible.
Calling all customers. Sales versus complaints. Tonight, we put well-known Australian companies to the test.
To lodge a compliment, a suggestion or complaint, press 2.
Energy retailers.
Hello and welcome to Origin.
Telcos.
Didn't sound much like a complaints line.
Banks.
We're just coming up to 2 minutes.
Welcome to ENZ.
Airlines.
We get plenty of complaints for the airlines.
Insurers. We count the minutes until the right department responds to you.
This is a record wait for the complaints line for Bupa.
In some cases, it's 10 times the wait on the complaints line.
You have to ask yourself if by now someone making a complaint would have just given up.
But even when you do get to talk to them, some staff clearly don't want to speak to you.
If I have to serve another person who repeats everything I say like a parrot, or I have to explain the same thing to them more than 6 times, somebody is going to cop a pimp slap backhand.
This is what Vodafone's Arthur Kotsopoulos is writing about customers on Facebook.
The local mental institution shut down today or something.
This afternoon, Vodafone was in damage control.
We're appalled by the personal comments made on social media by Mr Kotsopoulos, and we certainly apologise for any offence caused.
But their bitter employee is also venting his customer rage on Twitter.
To top it off, I'm serving mentally retarded people who buy phones and have no clue how to use them, asking me to message people for them.
Reporter Chris Urquhart went looking for the big talking Vodafone rep this afternoon.
Is Arthur here today?
No, he's actually sick today.
He's sick?
Yeah.
Sick of his customers.
Creating contacts for them and dictating me to enter the contact names, then screaming at me when I spell it wrong. Speak English, idiot.
Yeah, did you read any of his stuff online at all, or...?
We immediately suspended Mr Kotsopoulos this morning.
But Vodafone certainly isn't the only company upsetting customers.
You've reached special from Alex. To go direct to my voicemail, press 1 now, or you can contact.
Sometimes it feels like you're going around in circles, listening to voice message after voice message.
Hi, you've reached Holly from Allianz. To go directly to my voicemail, press 1 now, or alternatively, you can contact.
And just when you think you've finally got through to a real person,
Welcome to Allianz. You've reached Ethan. I'm currently out of the office.
you're fobbed off and left feeling frustrated.
That's it, full circle, back to the first guy.
Fed up, instead of calling the complaints number, insurance customer Andrew Shine dialed the sales department and got through to staff in an instant.
Welcome to Allianz.
Hi there, good morning. I want to make a complaint.
The time should be roughly the same to contact either department.
Joe Ochukulo runs consumer website Handle My Complaint.
Make sure that you're with a company that is providing good access to a complaints department, able to resolve your complaints quickly.
Over 2 days, we called a cross-section of well-known Australian companies.
Calling Bupa.
Bupa Health Insurer was the worst performer overall. It took 56 seconds for sales to take the call, but 10 times the wait to get through to the complaints department.
This is health support.
Why is it taking 1 minute to get through the sales department and then 10 minutes to get through the complaint department?
It took just under half the time to ring Medibank complaints line versus sales, but the overall wait time for a response wasn't so good.
It's a minimum of 10 business days.
Of the big 4 banks,
Welcome to NAB.
NAB didn't fare so well. Sales picked up in 48 seconds,
Welcome to NAB. You're speaking to Helen.
but the voice recognition menu wasn't programmed to recognise the C word.
Complaint.
So I can connect you to the correct service, I need to know a little about the reason for your call.
It's a complaint.
When I eventually got through to the right person to complain, I had waited 6 times longer on the phone compared to calling sales. And in the background, it sounded like NAB staff were throwing a wild party instead of handling complaints.
On a Friday night, and $50 off pages, and now it's not getting me any money.
Okay.
You're not missing out on Friday afternoon drinks, are you?
Yeah, no.
At ANZ, though, the complaints line was actually faster. A real person picked up after just 42 seconds.
Welcome to AMC. How can I help you?
It was only a minute longer wait at the CBA and just 26 seconds more to have a whinge at Westpac.
We load a complaint for you.
We hear of people saying, I've spent hours trying to resolve this complaint and it's getting nowhere. We ask them to provide their phone records so we can include that time taken as part of their complaint.
Out of the telcos, Telstra's sales team picked up in a record 21 seconds.
Complaint.
Okay, 1 second.
But if you want to air your frustrations with the complaints team, it was 5 times the wait.
Welcome to Telstra, this is Jason speaking.
Which is certainly an improvement on Optus. Sales took almost 4 minutes to answer, but the complaints department isn't even contactable by phone.
We don't even have their number, we can only email them.
From 1st of September, telcos will be operating under a new code, which will mean that they'll need to acknowledge your complaint within 2 days.
As for energy providers, Origin sales picked up after just a minute, but when it came to trying to make a complaint...
No input has been provided. Thanks for calling Origin. Goodbye.
Well, that was nice. They hung up on me.
True Energy's sales team offered some hold music during a 5.5 minute wait, and it turns out you can't dial in a complaint.
Complaints need to go through to the email.
When you lodge a complaint, you need to know how long it's going to take.
Out of the airlines, Virgin was the worst performer in our test. While sales responded in 58 seconds, complaints will only be accepted online.
We do not have any time frame.
Qantas offered the one phone line, and in both cases there was a wait of around 2 minutes.
If we need to direct you to somewhere else, we do.
As for general insurance, both AMP's complaint and sales wait times also tied at just over a minute.
You've reached Station from Alex. To go direct to my voicemail, press 1 now or you can contact.
Handle My Complaint offers this final piece of advice.
Ask them what their time frame will be to respond to you and to resolve the complaint. Write that down, and if they don't stick to that, follow up with them.
And if you've got a complaint about customer service, we would at least like to hear about it. You can share your story on Facebook or Twitter. Well, now